All right, we're live.
It was the first time in my life there was not a word said at the end of that movie because it was just so meaningful. And it was just this experience.
And I won't lie to you, this mission will be dangerous.
Would you say we'd be venturing into a zone of danger?
The zone will be one of danger?
No, I mean, not if you'd say the thing to. Forget it. Never mind.
You know, a few years ago, I realized I kind of want to be the Tom Cruise of YouTube. But
No way, that's my job. That's
more
bullshit.
I want to be able to do everything and anything, have all the licenses, and of course, do my own stunts. And looking back at my resume, it's getting there. I mean, I've jumped out of planes, I've learned paragliding and paramotoring, was working on my private pilot's license, I've jumped off of tall things, driven an armored truck, piloted walking mechs, been rocket slapped, driven giant mechs, solved Rubik's Cubes while underwater, and in ice baths, hit obscene speeds on a zipline, flown a real-life jetpack, built my own James Bond spy car, flown gliders, shot all forms of firearms, exploded things, driven the world's largest crane,
Sorry, it's just so hard to look away
strapped
from.
myself to moving vehicles, and even learned how to fly a real-life jet suit with an actual F-35 test pilot. So when the opportunity came to don the Maverick helmet and try flying one of the world's most expensive aircraft in the world, you know I had to say yes. But how do you even get an opportunity to do something like this? I'm Canadian. We don't even have F-16s. Heck, we don't even have our F-35s yet. We only ordered them last year. Has the U.S. military been secretly keeping tabs on me after all these years and all of my crazy projects with exoskeletons and lightsabers?
We will watch your career with great interest.
I mean, maybe?
Yeah,
But
bro.
no, that's not it. No, I actually met a real-life Maverick. He was an F-35 test pilot, not unlike Pete Maverick Mitchell himself, and was actually called in as an expert during the production of Top Gun 2.
And it was awesome as we were just riffing and talking about being a test pilot. We developed this as a test pilot school student. We
All right,
actually
just had a
developed
quick
technology.
conversation.
Fast forward a few years from there, and I was
Bro,
the
Khalil,
commander of
you're not
F-35
interrupting.
and I
You're
I
literally
was
typing.
pushing
You're like,
really hard for us to
you literally
adopt
can't interrupt.
ground collision avoidance technology in F-35. They didn't have it scheduled to be implemented in F-35 till 2027.
It's
Really
impossible.
challenging situation, but because I had had this experience,
Do y'all like this, or should I put something else
and I
on?
wanted to honor
It's kind of boring.
my
It's
wingman's
kind of
memory
really
and honor
boring,
other
honestly.
people's lives that have been
Screw
lost.
this.
That you're good enough. Like, you are good enough. You are worthy. Keep going to build endurance and allow endurance to build character and allow character to build hope and inspire those.
Yeah.
Thank you. Awesome.
So,
Just so
Any last
jealous.
minute
I'm
advice
just so
before I-
jealous.
to the cockpit.
Oh man. Eat a banana for breakfast.
Okay.
Be prepared to vomit.
I've heard.
And be prepared to have the most exciting experience of your life.
Awesome. Can't wait. Is it good? Yeah. Thanks so much.
Dude, he is beaming.
To check our different engine modes. Hey, are you ready to fly? And you'll probably see me up in the front doing this. Either you're flying or nobody's flying.
I'm so jealous right now. You can do this? What if he just stole it? He's like, "This is mine now," and just flew it away. God, I'm so jealous, bro. So jealous, man. It's not fair. That's so cool. That's so cool. Okay. 3 hours ago.
So you might be wondering how I got these awesome outside views
Yeah,
of our
I
F-16.
was wondering.
Well, if you were directly above him, how could you see him?
Because I was inverted. I mean, how could I not put in a Top Gun meme into a video about fighter jets? No, but what actually happened was we had an F-15 join us as a wingmate. It was incredible flying in formation without any points of reference. It was like we were just floating in space together, even though we were going 500 miles per hour. Now, I really wish that I had brought a microphone and put it in my headset to capture what me and Monster were talking about during the flight. So instead, you're gonna have me do some narration to explain what's happening, because honestly, the videos don't even do it justice. It was such an incredible experience that I have to tell you how it felt. Once the initial adrenaline wore off, Monster and his wingmate started showing me what these jets can do.
Holy shit.
Ooh, I messed up. After Monster had confirmed my helmet was on properly, minutes later, I was messing around with it and my mask and forgot to put the strap back on. I'm an idiot. But anyway, barrel roll. Well, actually, they're called aileron rolls. So barrel rolls are actually probably one of the biggest misconceptions in aviation, because a lot of people seem to think this is a barrel roll, but that's an aileron roll. No, a barrel roll is actually a roll plus a loop. In a helix, it's kind of like doing a corkscrew versus aileron roll. Now that I was comfortable in the jet, it was time to start testing my G tolerance to see if I was going to pass out or not. It's a standard test, and well, if you can't withstand the G's, you're not going to be a fighter pilot. To do this, Monster was going to take me through a series of banking turns, each slightly tighter and slightly faster than the last one, ramping up the amount of force that would be put on my body. We started off with a comfortable 3 Gs. Now remember, 1 G is what we experience in 99% of our life. At 3 Gs, it would feel as though I weigh just over 500 pounds, or about 230 kilograms. And then it was 5 Gs. It was getting hard to breathe. The jet was pumping air into my lungs and extra oxygen to keep me conscious. Then 6 Gs. I was starting to get a bit of tunnel vision. Look at the air coming off the wings.
It's crazy.
It's incredible to think just how strong these fighting falcons are to be able to withstand such forces. It's hard to believe this was designed in the 70s. Finally, the last turn. We entered the bank hot, pulled the stick, and it was as if the weight of the world was pushing down on me. 6.9 Gs. During this turn, my body feels as though it weighs 1,200 pounds, or around 540 kilograms. Luckily, I didn't pass out, but it was definitely a lot. And I was more than happy when we started flying straight again. 7 Gs was the max our jet could pull in its current configuration, so I was off the hook for any further testing. But certain F-16s can pull 9 Gs with a full tank of gas, which exceeded the capability of any other jet at the time. To cool off, Monster set our climb rate and punched the throttle, engaging the afterburners. Within what seemed like seconds, we were going nearly 900 miles per hour, or about 1,500 kilometers. That's Mach 1.2, 1.2 times the speed of sound. It was incredible how smooth and quiet it was. Without any points of reference beyond the clouds in the sky, it was hard to believe we were even going that fast. From there, we bled some altitude by doing some spirals down. And down. And down. And down. I was starting to feel a bit sick, but when we finally leveled off, Monster said the magic words I was waiting for.
Hey, are you ready to fly?
Yeah,
You have the aircraft?
I have the aircraft.
Are you kind of getting a little comfortable with that side stick controller? Just give it a start with real small little inputs. Just kind of feel what it feels like to do it, right?
The flight stick for controlling the jet is incredible. It was so responsive. Every input I gave it, it smoothly met my direction.
You can start with a couple of easy turns, set the bank, right? And then pull back on the stick to get that turn going.
I got braver and braver with the controls, and really started flying about, which you can clearly see from our GPS data going all squiggly.
We're gonna roll it upside down, fly an aileron roll, so you can practice. For the Blue Angels or the Thunderbirds, you can just start nice and level, pull to the left, and it's just gonna roll.
It's insane.
I could shove the stick to the right and initiate an aileron roll, and quickly release it, and it was as if the jet snapped to rails along the horizon, perfectly balanced. To better explain the controls, this is a pretty expensive flight sim stick, which now feels like a toy compared to the one I used in the F-16. See how much movement this has? The one I was using in the jet moves just over 1/8 of an inch or a few millimeters in each direction. It's force sensing. It takes something like 30 pounds of force to adjust pitch forward and back, and around 18 pounds of force for roll, left and right. In other words, you have to really mean it when you're controlling the jet. And then it was time for some acrobatics, and Monster took back control.
I have the aircraft. We're gonna roll it upside down like this, and it's just gonna go straight like that, finish out at the bottom, cruises straight the opposite direction.
That's insane, bro. I'm so jealous. Stupid hack Smith.
As I barely come back to my senses, Monster says just a few seconds later, "Okay, now your turn." I'm gonna need a minute. You see, we didn't pull super high Gs, maybe 4 or 5. But I learned the important difference between short impulses and sustained Gs, like the split S maneuver. Let's watch it again, but from my perspective. And if you get queasy, Trigger warning. Ready. Yeah. My vision almost fully disappeared, meaning I was seconds away from blacking out. And once Monster realized that I really wasn't feeling great, he actually flipped the jet a few times to help send some extra blood back into my head. I was starting to feel real sick. I barely remember it, but on the way back to the base, we skimmed the water, which was super surreal. The whole experience was once in a lifetime. Thank you, Monster. I'm one step closer to being the Tom Cruise of YouTube, a real-life maverick.
Bro, I want to fly one so bad. It's just not fair. Just not fair.
When we finally landed back at base, it wasn't a moment too soon. Despite all the training prior to the flight, no one prepared me for just how bad the hangover would be. Sustaining long periods of Gs, hitting a max of 6.9 Gs in a single maneuver, it's a huge adrenaline rush. And physiologically, my body had probably thought I almost died. I was exhausted.
Went up with 2 bags, came back with 2 bags. Look a little wobbly. Yeah, I feel a little. When we parked, it was actually the closest to like feeling like I was gonna throw up. Like, no, I can do this. Yeah, you did it. That was amazing. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, well, thank you for what you're doing. Yeah, I'm very excited with technology, right? That was incredible. Yeah. I think I'm gonna sit down. Yeah, you come sit down. You sit in my car.
What pussy?
Right, nice.
Good for you. That was awesome.
That's right, you're not. Yeah.
We were worried about that last minute banana you had.
I don't know if you can tell, but this flight suit is damp. I am soaked. Didn't notice it when I was in the plane, but reconstituting is a Now, Monster's obviously a busy guy on base, so we tried to do the post-flight debrief, but well, you'll see.
Try that clap again. That wasn't good. That was... Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm still reconstituting from the flight, feeling a bit woozy, so probably gonna let you do most of the talking, but
Okay, great.
I'll do my best to ask you some good questions. Yeah, I guess how did I do? I mean, I didn't puke.
No,
I
you
was
sure
glad.
didn't. You also don't start your flying career in a high-performance fighter. You build your way up, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of acclimate as you go. And I think you did great because it was obvious you were having a good time, right? Woozy or not, like you were enjoying every second of it. So that makes it so fun for us too. So that's great.
Awesome. What, we hit 7 Gs, 6.9?
Just shy of 7 Gs.
I'm feeling lightheaded right now, just thinking about it.
It's probably good that you weren't taking a video at that time, or that you had your mask up at that time, because what you can see.
There was a few times where I was like, wow, I feel my skin just.
Exactly. Yeah. It sags, right? It's a great way to see what you would look like at age 100.
Where is that bag?
Yeah, and that's totally normal.
Do you want to speak on like?
We can take a quick pause. You want to just?
That quick pause turned into a bit of a long pause, and while I still didn't puke, the post-flight interview was definitely over, and so was my day, despite it barely being past noon. I went back to my hotel and passed out.
Yeah,
that was
bruh.
just the craziest experience. If you want to hear some more of Cinco's stories, there's an extended cut link below. And I was just so impressed with everyone at the Eglin Air Force Base. Huge thank you.
Good for fucking him. Yo, Death God. What's up, bro? Oh, we just got done eating. Absolute success. How did you enjoy your pizza? I enjoyed mine. How cold is it gonna be? It's below. Is this line I made for roleplay server I'm good in? I'm assuming you're gonna show me a line. In what roleplay? I've always wanted to do that. Oh! I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to do that. Bro, I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to do that. I'll do... All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Damn, son. Damn. Yep, that's fucking deep. That's pretty crazy. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I'd say that's a solid fucking line. I don't know how I can make that any better, but I can just say it's very good. What the hell is wrong with my eyes? Why do I look like fucking Joe Blow? Okay. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna work some more. Our day is not done. Where is the calendar? Yeah, I just don't think I can make that any better. I think that's just about as good as it gets, in my opinion. So, I think we go out there and we try to throw on the battery to our bike, and then after that, after we throw on the battery and to see if it works, it won't. I know it will not work, but we needed a new battery anyways. Yeah, my pizza was fire. I still got some left over too. And then we paint after that. Or we're not gonna paint, we're just tracing. So and we got our computer working. Maybe Yanni can work on the computer until. But anyways, I need to shit. I need to shit bad. So I'm gonna go shit. And when I come back, we're gonna go do all that stuff I just said. gang. So, first things first, the battery. We have to move to YouTube again. Yo, Doug. That was Doug. Alright, gang. Moving to YouTube.